5 minutes.
Your awareness may be powerful enough to control your instincts. Your instinct will be to remove your hand from the box.
It's your girl Meesh, and welcome to another episode of the Luv MEESH Podcast.
Did you know that only 15% of humanity is in a higher level of consciousness, and these 15% are pulling up the rest of humanity? This is from the book Truth versus Falsehood by Dr. David Hawkins. As a collective, we're currently in the vibration of courage. So if we look at the map of consciousness, we're currently at the vibration of 207, which is right above the vibration of courage. And humanity as a whole got to this level in the early 2000s. So what happens when we reach the vibration of courage? Well, eventually all of the darkness gets revealed because we are now in the level of power or the level of truth, because truth starts at 4D. So for a visualization, 15% of the world is at courage or above, and 85% is at pride or below. So what that should show you is how powerful higher levels of consciousness really are. It only takes 15% of us to be up here. This is why your vibration is extremely important, because you can affect the consciousness of mankind directly, not only by your actions, by your state of being.
Hey loves, and welcome to another episode of Luv MEESH Podcast. On today's podcast, we're going to be talking about vibing high. This word has been circling me for, I want to say, the last year. And this message is really for me. No matter what happens in life, just vibe high. I feel like things are always going to happen. Things can go up, things can go down, whatever. But when you're in a low vibration, I think you pull lower energy towards you. And when you're a higher vibration, you pull higher vibration things towards you. So I think it's important to, feel whatever it is. Like if it's something really devastating, like feel it, but don't live there. Like don't let it drag you down like sinking sand. Just try your best to, journal or cry it out. Like it's energy, so you got to release it somehow. You can dance. Water is good for me. I can be in that shower forever with that hot water. Water is my everything. If I live closer to the beach, I will go more. And now it's a little bit cold. But even just going to the beach, putting my feet on the sand, walking in the water, listening to the birds, listening to the wave, feeling the sun on my skin. I literally just teleported there. Or like walking outside in the grass. Or going, it's a park that I go to, just walking to the park and listening to the sounds of nature and looking at the trees and looking at the animals, the dragonflies, the flowers. Just different things can really affect your vibration. Music, oh my God, I love the Scorpio in me. I love music, and different types of music put you in what? Different energy states. You got that high vibe music that make you want to fight. You got your little twerk music that make you want to dance. You got your angry girl music that just bump all guys. You got your love music, I'm so in love. You got your I'm so happy. Like there's different things that can raise your vibration. So just look at yourself, figure out what works best for you, and just remember those things, because when things happen, absorb it, get that energy out, and transmute that energy. Like you are an alchemist, and you have to think, the longer you stay in that vibration, the more things are going to come to you in that vibration. So if you just down it out, just a whole bunch of bad stuff are going to start happening because you're vibing low. Like those energies are able to come towards you. Vibing high also can mean, saying prayers over yourself to protect you. You can also strengthen your aura with light. Like I told y'all before, when I used to walk across that bridge downtown, now I don't have the eyes to see. I just have the senses to feel. So I would be like, God, I learned about different color therapy, like surround me with pink light for love, blue light for protection, purple light for protection, white light to amplify it. And you couldn't tell me them lights went around me like I was protected. At night, downtown, walking across this dark ass bridge to my car. But since this word keeps coming to me, I'm like, okay, let me share this because I'm gonna need to push play. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to push play for myself. So let's get right to it. I also want to say winter is coming. Dun, dun, dun. Like, we all get sick during this time, okay? Don't psych yourself up. We all get sick. The cold grows just like us. It's not just runny nose anymore. It can turn into, heavy mucus. It can turn into pneumonia. It can turn into COVID. Like, we see how this can change now. So help yourself. Raise your vibration by getting your meds. Checking your thoughts, checking your energy, checking your vibration, watching your actions. Like, you have just as much effect on what happens to you than you think. I think that's what the whole point of this podcast is. Like, getting sick. How did you let your defenses down to let that sickness in? Were you thinking negative? Did you do something maybe you weren't supposed to do? You know what I mean? Are you not listening to your inner tuition? Like, what got you to lower your aura defenses, your mental defenses, your heart defenses, to let, either negative energy in, sickness in, or whatever? Like, what was it? So just do self-checks every now and then. Like, okay, I'm not really feeling my best. What is going on? Am I around somebody I don't need to be around? Did I do something I'm supposed to be doing? Do I need to play some frequency music in this house? Do I need to get me some crystals? Like, self-analyze, and then always protect yourself. Like, I have crystals, I have crystal bracelets, I have crystal necklaces, I have crystal earrings. You know what I mean? Real gold attracts wealth and money to you. Like, they have crystals that can attract money, different herbs that you can put into your body to help your immune system. Like, we really have to help ourselves. So I actually like I said, I have a one notebook with so many topics, and I just as I find pictures and quotes, I add to them, and then sooner or later I'll turn it into a podcast. So that's really what y'all be hearing, and it's just so random. They come to me at different times, and then Spirit be like, "Hey, put out a podcast with this," and I'll be like, "Okay, let's do it." And it be helping me too. So you help yourself, you help others, you help all. So vibe high. Vibe higher. To consciously choose a state of mind that's in tune with your soul's highest purpose. Raising your vibration invokes a feeling of bliss and oneness with the rest of the universe. It's a daily practice that includes trusting your intuition, living in peace, choosing love, and focusing on positivity. Tune into your best self and know that we are all connected. Negativity, it can only affect you if you're on the same frequency. So vibe higher. As your vibration raises, forces will come to work against you. They are afraid of your power. Your spiritual awakening scares the sleepers. So let me go back to the other one. Negativity, it can only affect you if you're on the same frequency. I'm going to read y'all something about COVID. Everything has a frequency. See, this is what they don't tell us. Everything has a frequency. You are vibrating at a certain level. You were able to get a job because you were vibrating at a certain level. If you lower your vibration, you're going to lose that job. And if you higher your vibration, you'll be promoted to another job. There's numbers all around us. I love The Sims. I haven't played it in years. But there's this plume bob above their head. And it's green when things are going great. And it's red when things are going bad. If our eyes could see that plume bob, now at the bottom of the screen, it has a bar of 0 to 100. The closer you get to 100 is green. The closer you get to 0 is red. Now, all you see is the colors on that plume bob. And I think that's how people see when they see people auras. But I think there's another gift where people can tune into them hertz and know them numbers. Okay? So I wish we could see these numbers, because wouldn't that help you out? Wait a minute. Like, okay, for example, your gas tank. You driving. Let's say you never had a gas tank. You driving. You going to E. You like, what happened? How about E? Because you ain't have no gauge. That meter on there, it's like, all right, you full, you good to go, you wilding out. Half the tank, you got a choice right then. Do I need to fill up or do I want to wait? And if you like me, you probably go wait. It get lower to E. You be like, do I need to fill up or I'm going to wait? If you really, really like me, you go wait some more. My jump be like, warning. And I'm like, oh, I hate going to the gas station. If there is a gas truck, ice cream man type thing, and I hear that little music, we'll pump your gas. I will be running out there all the time like, please pump my gas. I hate going to the gas station. I don't like using my card at the pump. They either take too much or people be scamming, so I gotta walk in all the way in the gas station when I don't need nothing out of there, just to pay for my gas, just to come to my car. Then I gotta sit there and pump. Like, I hate it. Ugh, I really hate that. So, babe, you will be the gas for the home, okay? You can keep all the cars, gas tanks all full. That's gonna be like one of your duties, okay? But so if we had like a gauge to be like, and we do have a gauge, it's our feelings, because you know when you feeling down and you know when you feeling high, but we be so distracted we don't really be in tune with ourselves. Like, before you even get sick, your body get hot. It's heating up because it's trying to kill them damn germs. But we don't even pay attention. You know what I mean? We don't pay attention to what? The snot come down. To the cough come out. You know what I mean? At the last minute, just like me in a damn car on E, we catch it last minute. And instead of putting $10 in the tank to fill it up, now I got to put in a whole $25. So I just wanted to go back to that. So negativity, it can only affect you if you're on that frequency. Watch people you hang around too, because I bet y'all all be going through the same situations. If it's drama, it's going to be drama for everybody. If it's success, it's going to be success for everybody. If it's babies, it's going to be babies for everybody. Just kind of like what? Like, that energy thing is real. All right. And then for the other one, as your vibration raises, forces will come to work against you. They are afraid of your power, and the spiritual awakening scares the sleepers. Now, I can look at this two ways. I can look at, okay, you're vibing high. Let's say I'm your teacher. You're vibing high. You know what to do to stay high. Okay, so let me test you. Let me let you get a flat tire and see if that will ruin your whole day. And every little, like, this message is so for me, y'all. Every little thing can, like, change my mood in a snap. And that is, like, total control. I have to learn to really control myself and not let anything fuck up my day, because it really will. My God. Like, a flat tire will probably destroy me. Oh, my God. Now I got to pull over. Now I got to get this. Not being thankful. Like, thank you, universe. I got a flat in this car. Let me just pull over. Whoop, whoop. Thank God my daddy showed me how to change my tire. I don't got to call nobody. I'm about to change this. Whoop, whoop. I'm good to go. Just always focusing on the negative, like, oh my God, it's a flat tire, it's in the road, and it's not. All those blessings that I overlook, and focusing on the negativity. Or you can look at it another way. Oh, you vibing high. Oh, you think you're better than everybody else. What? I bet I do this and you'll come down. Like, you could look at it different ways. So just know, like, if you are vibing high, that means you're light. We are soul beings. It's shining so bright. Those negative entities are going to come to you because you're light. Because you are a light being. Because you are a light being. They're just going to be drawn to you. You know, they probably want to try to absorb and steal that energy. So not only do you need to vibe high, but you need to protect that vibration as well. And I just cannot stress this enough with winter. My sister said this week, winter like literally will be here in Florida. So you want to make sure you vibe high. And vibrations could be your health, your state of mind, your emotions, like just keep everything high, okay? Put the vibe high on everything. Okay, so that's that. And it's okay to be tested. Like, being tested kind of proves if you know what you know. Like, you learn something in school, they give you a quiz. You know, you might not do so good on the quiz. It's just telling you, all right, you need to study this a little bit more, you need to study that a little bit more. By the end of the class, you take that exam. And it tells, like, well, did you really learn anything in this class or not? And that's what allows you to go to and life is so funny. Like, we literally learn this in school. We've been doing this from pre-K through high school to college if we went. So they've already given us the map. Like, you're going to be taught something. You're going to be tested on something, whether it's a pop quiz or a test or a final exam. Like, we already know the map to this thing called life. But when this stuff happens, we don't know what's going on. Why is this happening to me? Bitch, suck it up. It's a test. What do you mean? Why is this not happening to you? Like, you're prepared for this. You want me to give this test to somebody that's not ready, or to give it to you because I know you can ace it? And I'm pretty sure with all these tests, like, everybody, like the angels, the deities, like all these higher light beings, like, they're rooting for us. Like, you got this. We prepared. We just went over this. We studied for this. I've been preparing this for months. Like, I know you got. I ain't even worried about it. She got it. He got it. I know they good. And the test come. It's like, oh, I thought she was ready. So just know that everything in life is really testing you. It's teaching you. It's testing you. It's strengthening you. You're growing in those areas, and those tests are gonna keep coming, not to destroy you, not to wipe you out, to test you, to give you a check mark, so that you can remember in the future, when something else come again, you can revert back, like, okay, this happened before and I did this and I was all right, so you can apply it going forward. So it's really all about perspective. I got a podcast coming up with that. It really is all about perspective. Like, you can really look at any situation a million ways. And that's really how this life is. You can really live this life a million ways, on the good end, on the bad end. I mean, everything is just happy that it's alive and living with its freedom. And it's just, I don't know, y'all. My next episode will be about this mushroom trip, because I just be looking at everything so much different in this mushroom trip. Okay, so next, let's see. Is that the one I wanted to do? I had Pinterest. I had my vibe. Okay, I got a little bit more. Vibe high. Okay, here we go. Toxic positivity versus support and validation. This reminds me of vibing as well, which is why I want to go over it. Toxic positivity. You will get over it soon. Acceptance, support, and validation. You've survived hardships before, and I believe in you. The next one is just be positive. I know it's difficult right now and things can easily go wrong, but let's think about what can go right. And I'll just say that. Positive vibes only. All energy is natural. Learn to accept both bad and good vibes. Stop being negative all the time. It's okay. If you are feeling negative right now, it doesn't have to define you, and you don't have to wallow in it. I have to tell myself that, because I will stay in a mood. Like, you cannot live there. You have to learn your lesson and move on. Think happy thoughts. It's all right if you aren't positive and happy right now. Feel your emotions and let it pass naturally. My best wishes are always with you. Never quit. Never give up ever. Giving up is all right. In fact, sometimes it's necessary that we give up. Focus on what you want to accomplish. I'll be honest with y'all. I gave up on real estate. I was so disappointed. I cannot tell you how devastating that was, to go in there and take that test and fail time and time again. It's like every time you fail, you just feel worse than before. So it's like times 2, times 3, times 4. Like, oh my God, you would have thought somebody died. It just was so overwhelming. And that just goes to show you it's something that I wanted so bad. And I just did not understand myself enough, did not understand my study habits, did not have the right program to help me. It wasn't that I couldn't pass the freaking test. I didn't have the right, numbers for that equation that would equal pass. And it wiped me out, y'all. So I paused for 6 whole years. And I don't forget what I want to do. I'm going to do it. Circle back around. Everything was lined up. Boom, I passed. So now I'm in a moment to where I really want to jump into this real estate. Y'all don't even understand. But the guy that I want to mentor with, Stephen Kahn, who Whitney Phillips introduced me to when I was going to get my house a few years back. I think he's in North Carolina. I think he's doing a North Carolina, South Carolina. And I asked him, like, are you coming to Florida? He was like, yeah, I'm going to end up doing South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. So I don't know if I should just find someone here. I don't know if I should move up there. And I'm not being racist, but his community is Black realtors. And I really want to be with my people. I'm not being racist at all. I really want to be with my people. And I honestly don't mind, like, volunteering. I will legit volunteer for a whole year just to kind of see the ins and outs. And then do it, like, because I have an income, thankfully, where I can pay my bills. It's really the experience for me. And now that I know my learning style, I don't learn stuff fast. Oh my God. When I was a cheerleader, my sister had to come home and practice over and over with me. I know she was so upset. Like, you can't remember this 8 count. No, what you did again? Okay, how were your arm? Oh my God, like, I even have a hard time with, like, street names. Like, my learning pattern is it's repetitive. When I do something 100 times, I'm a pro. if I ain't did it 100 times, it's a little leery. But I just want to, be under the wings of my community. Like, I just want to switch everything with my community. Like, my banking, my loan, my everything. Like, we can do Black Wall Street again. We just be giving our power away. We just be giving our money away. But if you look at every other community, they keep their money. The Jewish people keep their money. The Chinese people keep their money in their community. You even got the African community, Jamaican, that they keep their money, in their community. You got the Spanish, you got the white. We the ones who give our money to every other community. But anyways, that's another podcast. But I just had to, that one spoke to my soul. Never quit, never give up, ever. Okay? Giving up is all right. I say take a break and then come back around to it. So just stop being sad and be happy instead. I know how terrible it feels right now, but would you like to do something that you might enjoy? See how they're using that alchemy to flip it around? Always look for the positive, even in a negative situation. It's okay if everything seems disappointing right now. We can sort things out and find a way to get through this later. Don't talk about what's wrong. Just forget about it and stay positive. You can tell me what you're going through. I'm here to listen. Failure is never an option. Success tastes sweeter only after failure. It helps us to learn and grow. Oh my God, y'all. That is so true. It sucks when you in it. I'm not even gonna lie. It sucks when you in it. It's like drowning and you about to die. Oh my God, you can't breathe and then somebody grab your arm and yank you up. But I bet your ass careful with that water next time. And somebody tell you not to go 3, 4, 5, 8 feet. I bet your ass listen. Sometimes some little scary situations, they help you. All right, now I told your ass 100 times that stove was hot. You done went and touched it. And the fingers done burnt. I didn't. I bet your ass remember that stove is hot. Like sometimes, I don't know. Maybe each person is different. Sometimes those be like little markers in your mind. Like, I remember what happened when I did that. So sometimes you do need to go through sadness or destruction or despair. Not to hurt you. Not to kill you. Not to destroy you. But to allow you to be a conqueror. Think of it that way. Okay, let's see. Failure is never an option. Success tastes sweeter only after failure. It helps us to learn and grow. Everything will get sorted out in the end. I know this is hard and I'm here for you. I did it, so you can do it too. It's okay if you're struggling. We are all different and deal with problems in our own way. Get rid of negativity. Pain and suffering are a part of life. It makes us stronger and helps us grow. It could be much worse. This is really sad. I understand what you're feeling right now. So yeah, I really, I thought that was interesting. Now all these, look, I was talking about mushrooms and now Pinterest got all these mushrooms. That one looked like blood coming out of it. I swear, y'all, they be experimenting with these, with these animals. Okay, so animals and plants. So that was that. So the next one says 7 things that affect your vibration frequency from the point of view of quantum physics. And I keep hearing this word, quantum physics, and it freaks me out because I really hate math and numbers. And like, oh my God, I don't have that kind of nerdy brain, y'all. I like to read and learn, but I don't have the math nerdy brain. Okay, so, but quantum physics keep coming to me. I'm like, all right. So vibration and quantum physics mean everything is energy. We are vibrant beings on certain frequencies. Every vibration is equivalent to a feeling, and in the world vibrational, there are only two species of vibrations, positive and negative. Any feeling makes you broadcast a vibration that can be positive or negative. First, our thoughts. Every thought emits a frequency to the universe, and this frequency goes back to its origin. So in this case, if you have a negative thoughts with an S, discouragement, sadness, anger, fear, all of this comes back to you. This is why it is so important that you take care of your quality of thoughts and learn how to cultivate more positive thoughts. And that's why them affirmations are so important. For the longest, I was like, okay, say your affirmations. And I knew, okay, saying them, because I feel it does make you feel good, XYZ. But they are talking about you are putting those vibrations out into the world, not just for you, but to your household, to your apartment complex, to your home subdivision, to your side of town, to your city, to your state, to the world. Like, you're not just feeding you and uplifting your vibration. It's all or none, y'all. Don't forget. It's all or none. Like, we literally are connected. When I was on my shroom, I saw something in every space. There is no empty space. There's no empty space. We think it's empty space, but it's not. So, like, everything is affected and everything is connected. We just don't see it that way. All right, so let's see. 2, or it says the second. The company, the people around you directly influence your vibration frequency. If you surround yourself with happy, positive, and determined people, you will also enter this vibration. Now, if you surround yourself with people complaining, gossiping, pessimistic, be careful. Indeed, they can reduce your frequency and therefore prevent you from using the law of attraction in your favor. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. Third, the music. Music is very powerful. If you only listen to music that talks about death, betrayal, sadness, abandonment, all of this will interfere with what you are feeling. Pay attention to the lyrics of the music that you listen to. It can reduce your vibrational frequency. And remember, you attract exactly what you feel in your life. Feelings. Oh my God. Fourth, the things you look at. When you look at programs that deal with misfortune, death, betrayal, etc., your brain accepts this as a reality and releases a whole chemistry into your body. What? Which affects your vibrational frequency. Look at things that make you feel good and help you vibrate at a higher frequency. Like, they really be trying to feed us low vibrational stuff. It's like your vibration eats too, and it eats by what you listen to, who you're around, how you feel. Like, you feeding your energy too. Like, your energy gotta eat, and it's gonna eat negative or positive. What are you feeling it? And that reminds me of the Native American Indian quotes, which was about the wolf story, and it was like, what are you? There's two wolves, and what you feed it, whichever one you feed is the one that's gonna live. Okay, let's see. The atmosphere, whether it's at home or at work, if you spend a lot of time in a messy and dirty environment, it will also affect your vibrational frequency. Improve what surrounds you. Organize and clean your environment. Show the universe that you are fit to receive much more. Take care of what you already have. That reminds me, I'll put my clothes on. I'm going to put my clothes on when I'm done. I hate putting clothes up. When I get situated, I am going to hire me a maid that can clean up my closet and that can clean up like maybe once or twice a week for me, and like a chef or once, twice a week. And it's so funny. My cousin actually, she was like, I'm gonna get a chef. I'm gonna get a chef for me, somebody to cook for me and the kids. And she did. She got a chef to cook for her and her kids, just like that. Let's see. I was going to hire somebody, and then COVID started happening. It's like, I ain't even going nowhere. I don't know where these people going. The world just really changed. Like, in the middle of the year, it literally, like, changed. It changed from, like, everybody going out and doing what we want to do. You know, just be careful, take your vitamins so you don't get sick. To now people got the shot and they spread. How you got the shot to protect yourself, but you spreading the shit? So now I really got to stay in the house because I don't know who got the shot, and I'm not trying to catch COVID. I don't even want to catch it. I probably had it when I had pneumonia, but I don't think you should just be trying to catch shit. Like, no. All right. And it's sad, too, because I've been hearing that more people are getting more illnesses than they had before with the shot. They just not being honest, and that's what's killing me. They are not being honest about this shot. People are being diagnosed with AIDS after getting the shot. People are being diagnosed with cancer after getting the shot. It's the lies for me. That's why I know if you stand on truth, the lady who made the Matrix, because, usually they be killing conspiracy theorists and all, stuff like that. She was like, if you stand on the truth, you are untouchable. And I feel like they're trying to trip us up for not standing on our truth. I'm not getting the shot. I'm not going to lie to myself and get the shot just to keep a job. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to lie against my soul or my intuition. If that's the case, if your intuition is telling you not to date somebody and you date them, okay, well, your intuition tell you not to date somebody and you don't date them, but your intuition tell you not to get the shot and you get it to keep your job, to keep your coins. Like, I think this is a test. I think this is a test of courage. I'm going to let y'all hear that clip. And you either going to stand on courage and triumph, or you going to falter. I think this is a really big test, and I think all the people that stand on their truth of courage are going to be rewarded by the universe. It may not be on this 3D realm, what we used to, like winning the lottery or getting a promotion or whatever. It may not be that. It's going to be a spiritual reward, spiritual blessing. And I'm going to stand on that truth. But getting back to the Matrix lady, she was saying, I think she had to battle them for like years. Did this lady say 10 years she had to battle them for her rights to the Matrix and the Terminator? I didn't know she did both of them. And she said, I literally just told y'all the truth. She was like, they never showed y'all black heroes. So that was her saying that we have special powers. Hello, did you catch that? And she was saying she was just telling you the truth of how the system really is. And there was nothing for her to fear. And she said, you don't walk around in fear. She really exposed the industry, and she's standing on her truth. And I really do feel like the higher beings, angels, deities, whatever you want to call them, can help you if you're doing right. Some people are lying and saying they got the COVID shot when they don't. They're buying them cars. I think that's wrong. You're just setting yourself up. I didn't even know this. Those, what is it called? Is it Bitcoin? I don't think we're supposed to be able to trade Bitcoin in America. Like, the guy, one of my gurus, Savan Bomar, he was saying how you have to click I agree or something like that. Like, it tells you you're not supposed to be trading, or investing with this, and you have to click I agree and move on. And he's saying, okay, these are tricks. They're really building up profiles on everybody so they can try to get everybody. And you know what this reminds me of? All of these celebrities are going to court now. We've been seeing the ankle bracelets, but they haven't really told us the truth, okay? A lot of these celebrities got these ankle bracelets. They finna go to court. They was either with the Epstein Island and the kid trafficking stuff, or, who knows what else. But they all have been, they got the ankle bracelets. They got to go to galactic court and all this other stuff. Stuff that we don't even know about, y'all. And what they do, they find information on them. Like, our phone got all of our Ds. It records us, it records our voice. It records us visually. I'm pretty sure the computers and the TVs do the same thing. Like, everything we do is being watched. So the moment it's time to take your ass down, just like with politics, just like when two presidents is going head to head, all this dirt want to come out. Like, where was this dirt before? Look at R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. They've been, making money for years. America's sweetheart, this, that, other. The moment they done fucked up with somebody, they done stepped on the wrong toes, they done told the wrong person no, and look, all hell break out. And I feel like that's for everybody, not just celebrities. They just got a little bit more to lose, stock investments, ventures, and all like that. Ours is going to be hard too, because it could be your job or your spouse or whatever. But I feel like, man, whoever that entity is that has all this information, it's like, all right, the moment you tell me no, or the moment you step out of line, I'm going to expose you. Like, that's some creep shit. So just try to always walk a thin line. Just try to always do good. And that's even in the Bible. Like Jesus said, have no beef with your brother or sister, so that you won't have any drama or any quarrels. And he even said, like, give Caesar what's his, like, as far as money is concerned. So as long as you, like, walking on the good path, you're going to clear out that negativity too. That way you can't be blackmailed and brought down and stuff like that. But I just thought that was interesting. He was like, something big is coming, and like they're building up a profile again. They're watching everything y'all do. Like, make good choices. Let's see. 6, the world. If you claim or speak wrong about things and people, it affects your vibration and your frequency. To keep your frequency high, it's essential to eliminate the habit of complaining and bad talking about others. So avoid drama and bullying. Assume your responsibility for the choices of your life. I think that's important. Like the last podcast, I was talking about Wendy Williams and how, like, all this time she been, capitalizing and making money off of people's mistakes, so to speak, because no one's perfect. And just like blasting, like if you didn't know about it, you're going to know about it now because it's on the Wendy show. And it's like her life has like really changed drastically. And it's like all that karma, she was putting out all that karma, and it like came back to her. So I've been learning to have like, mercy and grace with people too. Because it's easy to look at someone's situation and be like, I ain't going to do that. Da, da, da. But you're not really that person. You really don't know what that person's choices or circumstances were. And if you did, you probably would have made those same, choices. So it's easy to say from your life and for your lane, oh, I wouldn't do that, because you're in your life and your lane. But what if you were in that person's life and that person's lane? You probably would absolutely do that. So, just having mercy and grace, for people and where they are, and the choices they make. And what I had to learn too is I think I usually be hard on people because people end up doing things that I would never do. And it's like, really? So you mean tell me I could be walking around like that? And it kind of makes me envious. Like, I'm over here doing this when y'all over there doing that, and it looks cool, and you kind of get envious. But just keep doing, the right thing, because, you will reap the rewards of that. So, and then I had to learn to like give grace to people, because honestly, everybody really is doing the best that they can. And I'll put it to you this way. If you had this crazy messed up life and, you were like, I'll give you an example. There were these 2 kids that they were in custody of their mother. And y'all can go Google this. It's a little white boy, a little white girl. They were in custody of their mother. And every day she would drop them off to school, and the father would come. Now, he's supposed to see them on the weekends. He would come to their school, and in their school, he would teach them how to like sacrifice babies, how to hit them in their head and let the blood come out and drink the blood so they can be strong. You know what I mean? So they end up catching the kids, and hopefully they're helping them do better. But let's say no one helped them and they grew up to be adults. I wouldn't be surprised if they was around there doing the same thing and teaching their kids, because that's the level of learning they had, that they feel that that's right. That's what they were taught. All the people around them probably do the same thing. Like, that's literally the world they're in. So me on the outside looking in like, oh my God, how monstrous are you? You know what I mean? But that's the world that they grew up in. Like, some people honestly don't even know better. And I think that's probably why it's so important to share love, grace, and mercy, to show people another way. You know what I mean? To forgive people and help them to be better and to change, you know? Like, a lot of guys or people, it's not even just a man thing. When they commit murder, let's say, and they have to look at the victim's parents, and they have to, you know, listen to the mom read them a story, or the dad read them a story of how they forgive them, and, you know, they're going to move on with their life. That person, you know, probably can say, you know, oh my gosh, these people can really forgive me for doing this horrible, horrible thing. You know, okay, I am going to change. You know, I can do better. Like, I can only imagine how that would make you feel, knowing you did something so horrible, and to be given that love through forgiveness. I'm pretty sure that does something to you. Like, even in the church, like in the Christian world, knowing you sinning every day, and to just be like, God, forgive me. Knowing you wrong. It's something about that. So yeah. Let's see. 6, the word. I think I just did that. Gratitude. 7th, gratitude. Gratitude positively affects your vibration frequency. This is a habit that you should integrate now into your life. Start to think for everything, for the good things, and what you consider the bad. See, there we go again. Thank you for all the experiences you've experienced. Gratitude opens up the door for good things to happen positively in your life. So I have like a couple journals I have coming out, and one of them is going to be an emotional journal. And I think since I'm listening to like this therapy class on Udemy, and I'll get a certificate at the end. But he always goes back to the childhood. And even him, he would say his dad he stuttered. His dad would always mimic him, and it would make him feel bad. Like, all of his stories will go back to his childhood. And he's basically saying you have to, before you become a therapist, you have to work through yourself, your past, your childhood, your demons, to conquer yourself, to be able to turn around and give somebody the keys to success. So I was taking the class for myself, but I didn't know at the end he's going to give a certificate. So if I start writing journals or books or doing podcasts, I'm literally certified, you know, to help somebody else. But I think everything that you go through in life, if you conquer it, you're certified, and you can turn around and help somebody else. Like, that's what professional speakers are. You know what I mean? They just overcame something. They know the keys to success. They either put it in a book, do a movie, do a video, do a commercial, you know, sell it, package it, whatever. You know, they're certified. Whenever you pass a trial or a lesson, you're certified. You can now turn around and help somebody else. And you're only going to get better in life. The longer you've succeeded at doing it, you know, the higher your mastery basically is. But it's not just money. They always talk about money. There's so many things in life that we need to conquer. But back to the journal. There's different levels of emotion. Think of the movie Inside Out. You know, you got happy, anger, sad, guilt, you know, anxiety. But there's more. Like, there's like a wheel. Like my mom showed me. It's a wheel of emotion. So I usually say I'm mad. Everything's making me mad. Like, no, you really disappointed me when you did that. You really hurt my feelings when you did that. You really made me feel worthless when you did that. Like, they really translate into other things. But the way they made me feel, it wasn't a good feeling. So I just said, angry, I'm mad. So I had to learn, like, to uncover different emotions in myself. And so I'm going to do it myself. Like, I always do me first. And then I, you know, package it to be able to give it to somebody else. But I'm going to put, like, each word on a page. And be like, you know, write about times when you felt sad. You know, what was the situation? Who was involved? How would you feel if that person apologized? Write an apology to yourself from that person's point of view. If you were that person, how would you want that apology to be? Go ahead and write it. How do you feel now that you have that apology? Go ahead and move forward with that apology, because you can only control yourself in life, and you are not guaranteed apologies from anyone else. So go ahead and give it to yourself. Like, I'm just so excited to, like, do this. But I'm going to start with me first, because, oh my God, when I really sit down and think about, like, all my memories, whew, oh going to start with me first. But let's see. So yeah, gratitude. I have a book. It's called 10,000 Ways to Praise God. And it's still gratitude. And it lists so many things. Like, matter of fact, let me show you. And I had this book years ago. I just thought it was the cutest thing. Like, God shielding the joyous holy days that are holidays, holidays that become holy days, maple trees in the autumn, a friend who is praying for you daily, successful missionary journeys, God sending comfort and healing to those who have experienced a miscarriage. Oh my God, I literally just flipped to this page. Decons, big puffy clouds, antidotes, those who watch the night sky, those who weep in the night, those who wait in the night, children dedicated to God, freedom from defamation, the book of Numbers, full citizenship. Like, he literally, baby animals, he lists so many things to be thankful for. 10,000. And I'm pretty sure you can do a lot more. Oh, I highlighted something. Let me see what I highlighted. Oh, I'm not even finished yet. I got a bookmark on here. Let me leave this out so I can continue. Oh, I got stars by things. Okay, here we go. I highlighted those with mommy hearts, even if they have never born children. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Oh my God, no. Children born to women past normal childbearing age. Y'all, this has been my God, this has been my Achilles ankle for a very long time. And I just never wanted to conquer. I never wanted to talk to this teacher in my life. I never wanted to learn the lesson from this teacher. I was angry at this teacher. But this teacher just had the greatest. This teacher did not want to destroy me or keep something from me. It wanted to help me help myself so that I can help others. And I just did not sit down with it, talk with it, ask like, why are you here? Why are you in my life? What do you have to teach me? Because everything really is like our teacher. We just don't be wanting these lessons. Like, I done flunked that class how many times? But I'm finally able to sit with it. I'm almost done. I have 2 more chapters to do in the book. And then I asked my family if they can review it with me. Because it is a book for women who aren't mothers yet. And then I guess it can also be for people who have had miscarriages and stuff. But it's more so on the side where women who don't have kids. And they have children. They've been mothers for years. So I want them to make sure I'm not missing anything in there. Because I'm thinking of it from a perspective of not having kids. Since you have all of this time without kids, go ahead and prepare so that when it happens, like, you aren't like, oh my God, I got 9 months to get this fucking shit together. Because I think that's anxiety too. Like, you have used all of your time wisely. And it's like, I've been preparing for this. When it happens, okay, I'm ready. So I'm excited to do that. And I'm happy that I was at a level of consciousness to say, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. I'm not the only one in this situation. Many other women have, overcome. So that means I can overcome too. Okay, let me see what advice and tips they have and what helped them through. And let me apply them to my life as well. So really, I don't know. Hindsight is 50-50. Let's see. I have another one. I didn't really write this one down. Oh, I did. Raise your vibe. So physical, deep breathing, exercise, contact with the water. Did I say that? Even washing dishes. That ain't it for me. Singing. Yes, I love to sing. And I notice when I sing, I feel it because I can cry depending on what the song is. But also it vibrates through my body. And I think that's like therapeutic and healing too. Okay, wearing bright colors. Didn't I tell you in my episode how I'm going to do my rainbow wigs? Yes. Staying in good health, sleep, nutrition, rest. Spiritual, surround yourself with white light, send it out. Project white light around difficult situations and people. Calling your guides to help clear your aura and your space. Tune into your guides. Tune into higher spiritual levels and visualize life there. Receive healing give or send healing, learning, loving thoughts to others. Pray to God's source. Send crown chakra energy up to your guides. I'm going to say something about this real quick. I have always had a feeling. Like my grandma, she would pray for us and she would like, pull out your hand. You feel that? You feel that? And I would feel it every time. It was like heat, but it's not really heat because like, let's say you're cooking on the stove and you're boiling water. And if you put your hand above the stove, the steam hits you so you can feel that warmth. Okay, well, my grandma's hand is not on the stove. It's just her regular hand. But she's emitting energy from her hand and I can feel it. It's not wet, but I can feel it. Even with myself, if I put my hands together, I feel it. It's not just heat. That's energy. That's power. That's your chi. Okay, so it came to me, and I been knew about Reiki. Like, I knew 2 women. Shout out to Sharita and Mommy and Me Therapy. They offer Reiki services, so I knew about it. But it never was put on my spirit that I need to learn it and I need to do it. So one day, this YouTube video came to me. Or usually I see something a few times, like Reiki. I saw it like 3 times. When I see something 3 times, I'm like, all right. I see spirit, like, you know, send me a book, movie, or whatever I need to do to get with it. So out of nowhere, I'm on all these Telegram, you know, pages. I got one about work. I got one about COVID. I got one about spirituality. I got one about positivity. I got one about doctors and healing. Like, I'm in so many different groups. And yes, I did categorize them. I categorized everything. I just noticed that I do that. Even in my closet, I got dresses, I got work shirts and jackets. I got pants, I got shorts, I got regular shirts, regular pants. Like, everything is separate. Even my drawers, one for socks, one for the. Like, I noticed I really do compartmentalize everything. Even my books, I have my witch books. I have my spirit books. I have my dummy books. I have my esoteric books. I got my lady book. Like, I literally be putting everything in folders. I just realized that everything is always, and when it's not, I think I get anxiety because I have to like make it go where it needs to go. But anyways, so I saw a video on Reiki. I remember my best friend taking a Reiki class, and it didn't come to me like, okay, I'm so proud she's going to do Reiki. Like, I just didn't think it was something that I was capable of doing or that was put on my spirit. And when I saw the video, and it's 3 videos for free, and I'm going to do, after I do it a little bit more, because I just started, I'm going to do a podcast on it after I've been doing it for a while, because I want to, you know, tell y'all some results that I found with it. But, I looked at all 3 videos and I was like, oh my God, this reminds me of praying in the church. That's why I'm not mad at my upbringing. I'm so glad I was born in the church, because a lot of stuff that I'm learning, it correlates with what I would just say my foundation. It correlates with my foundation of Christianity. I'm just building on top of that. I think Christianity is like the bottom of the mountain and you can keep on climbing, and I'm climbing. I'll just put it that way. So I looked at the 3 videos. I'm like, oh my God, I do this all the time. Like, I pray. I just didn't know that I could send the energies or send my energy, you know. So how they explained it is you can ask, you know, I just say, you know, universal, primordial creator, I am you and you are me. I ask that you send your love, your protection, and your healing energy through me. I have my hands together. I put them on my third eye, on my nose. And I say, and channel through me. I say, it's you, it is not me, but use me as your vessel, channel through me. And then I rub my hands together and I, you know, move them apart just to kind of get the energy going. And then I pray over my people. So I made a box. My mom, I don't know where we used to get these cigarette boxes from, but we got a Romeo and Juliet cigar box. And I had these little yellow notepads. Now, I got these so long ago, y'all. Little yellow notepads. And I literally put everybody I know in here. If I know you, your name is in here. Okay? So, on a little tiny paper, it's like a little sticky note. I wrote everybody's name. I put them in there. I folded it up. How many times? 1, 2 times. I folded half, and then I folded it into a quarter. And I'll shake it up. You know, whoever needs to get healing, you know, just let their name, kind of how you do tarot cards. And I pull out 3. Yesterday, 4 names came out, and I pray for them. So I got everybody I know, but then I do, presidents and leading officials so I can send them. I want them to open up their third eye, okay, and raise their consciousness. And then I have like Sharita, my spiritual guide. I have Mommy and Me, like anybody that has touched my life and helped me on my spiritual journey. Seven Bomar. There's just my grandma. There's just so many people that I have in here. I gotta add some more people. And I send them prayer. And I didn't know you can send Reiki energy to your past, to your present, and your future. Like, how about that? Like I'm pretty sure everybody have childhood wounds. And it's because you're living a life and you're still hurt. Like, that person never told you sorry. You never know why your dad wasn't around. You never know why your mom wasn't around. Someone hurt you. It's literally, we're just living. Everybody's hurting. That's what it is. Like, Earth needs a hospital. And not the hospitals that we go to. Spiritual hospitals. You need to find a good spiritual leader or shaman to help you do healing, to clear your trauma, to give you Reiki, to pray for you, to mentor you, to school you, to help you heal. That's really all it is. We're hurt and we just need healing, and we don't know how. We don't even know where to begin. The answers that they gave us have not worked at all, and we're just on this hamster wheel. But healing is a really beautiful journey, and I'm just so thankful for all the healers. That's one of them. I put healers. I put earth angels. It's so many people in that box. I could put a few more names, but it's about full. But I'm just so thankful for, because I know the spiritual teachers, they went through the worst. Like, they probably had to get it out in the mud. They probably ain't had no teachers. They probably had to figure this shit out on their own. So for them to selfishly, minister to the babies that are called to them, not knowing that we're going to be the next. I said all that to say, me and my sister, be the Lord's will, we're going to do a Reiki retreat, and we're going to be certified in Reiki. Now, here I am trying to learn Reiki on my own. Like, okay, Spirit, I'm going to do it. And Spirit is like, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to send you a master. Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you. Because when I was on Telegram, because I always share with my spiritual groups on Telegram, too. And I was like, hey, y'all, we need to learn. There's a lot of stuff that we need to learn spiritually. Like, we need to learn Reiki. We should be able to heal ourselves. And I was like, here go a free class. And somebody was like, hey, a master is supposed to teach you that. I was like, yeah, it's on the 3rd episode. And I was like, I know 2 people that do it. I was going to go to them later. I was either going to go to Mommy and Me or Sharita and ask them to be my mentor after I, had learned everything. I would show them what I learned and just help them tune my, tune up what I learned. And I think Spirit was like, I'm so proud of you for taking initiative, for listening to what I'm asking you to do, for learning it, and I'm gonna go ahead and bless you with a master. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I did not even tell her. I just sent it to my sisters. I sent everything to my sisters. Oh Lord, they get all my text messages. Because I really do feel like the women, like, they really lie. Like, women run everything. Like, God is a woman, okay? You did not come out of Adam's rib. The fuck is that? You came out of woman's fucking vagina. Just like everything, except for what? A few animals, like seahorses and stuff. But even the virgin, not seahorses. Everything did come out of the womb. Even if it's an egg, that's like a womb, so to speak. When I was thinking of seahorses, I was thinking that they don't have to mate, which the original woman did not mate. That's the thing with the Virgin Mary that they're not telling us. She literally had that baby on her own. And when no angel impregnated her, the fuck, she had a baby on her own. That is a fucking magical gift. Now imagine if all the women was having babies on their own. What would these niggas be around here doing? Killing themselves, because we would not fucking need, we barely need them right now, but we really wouldn't need them. And what would they do? They would be losing their fucking minds. Now they feel like they're so powerful because you need me to have a baby. Yeah, that's because all these pesticides and chemicals and stuff, but the original woman did not need man. That's what the whole witch trials was about. That's what the whole demonizing women was about. And then, I don't know. I could do a whole podcast on that. Let me finish this. So, mental. Focus on the positive. Keep a gratitude journal. Repeat affirmations. Watch, read, listen to comedy. Read uplifting or inspirational material. Uplifting music. Enjoy nature, art. Absorb sunlight and moonlight. Laugh. Get creative. Play with children. I do be getting them kids. They'll come over here and they might fuss and fight, and you might have to be like, hey, it's not okay to hit. Or they'll, the crying, kids are just very emotional. Or when they're hungry. But other than that, they run around, they having fun. It's just joy. Just look at kids. They are in a high frequency. They are always high vibing. Until they don't get their way. Loving, hugging, kissing. And that's why I love being in relationships. When I'm in a relationship, I do feel like a high vibe. I'm giving love. I'm receiving love. Even there is a study that shows that married women, single women can get sick. A woman, a divorced woman will be sicker than a single woman, but a married woman will be the healthiest. So what does that say? There's something about like either being with someone, being in their presence, the power of two, or the love that they have. But that's why I love like romance so much. But the way I love, people can take advantage. So I just have to be really careful with myself, because love is a gift. It's not for you to play around with or to take for advantage. It really is healing and frequency and stuff. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. When you are in love with someone, you aren't just loving them, kissing them, holding their hands, splitting bills together, having sex, having kids. There's more. There's a connection. You're spiritually connected with that person. You're praying for that person. You're uplifting that person. You're asking, angels and deities to protect them. You're guiding them. You're teaching them lessons they're teaching you. When you get into higher levels of sex, now you're not just having sex. You are tapping into tantric sex, which is more of an exchange of energy, of healing. So it's just so much deeper that I have to be really, really careful with that, because I take it to the extreme, and I don't think a lot of people do. And I only want to enter into a courtship with someone that can take it as serious as me, because it goes higher than this earthly realm. One of my favorite couples is Loner Wolf. I used to look, when I first was learning about spiritualities, I didn't know what crystals were. I didn't know what the chakras were. Like, all these new words were like, okay, words. And then I just wrote them down. And then later, those algorithms are something, because when you start searching something on YouTube and your Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that, that stuff will start to come to you, because it knows that's what you're interested in. So I am thankful for that. So the more I saw chakras, I started getting more chakra posts. I started reading them. You're really programming yourself. You're really learning at that point. Then I started ordering books and looking at YouTube movies and Like, it just became my whole world. It's really all I care about now. It's everything spirituality. Life will never be the same. And there's different lives that you can live. This is just the one that I choose to live. I feel like it has the highest purpose, the highest reward, and that's okay with me. I think you can live many different roads of life, but again, to me, this one has the highest benefit, the greatest reward, and I really feel like it's a mission. But anyways, I will go to Loner Wolf, lonerwolf.com, and this woman will write down post and post and post and post with links and just all for fucking free. All for fucking free. And I would just say, like, I don't be having money sometimes, but I do know energy. I do know prayer and healing. I think that's the most powerful thing that you can receive. More than money, more than like all of this stuff. So I would send, her prayers, energy, all this other stuff. Like, I just couldn't believe this stuff was free. One day, homegirl got married. And is it still called Loner Wolf? Let me see. Loner Wolf. I think they changed it. Yeah, it's Loner Wolf. And it's funny because she's not Lone anymore. You know what I mean? Homegirl, you married. Oh, yeah, she did change the name. Look at me talking about Lone and Wolf. It's Luna and Soul now. She's Luna and he's Soul. And I'm so happy for them. So the reason I brought this up is she started Lone and Wolf doing all her spiritual stuff. She met him, and guess what? He's doing the same goddamn thing. Now they doing it together. A higher purpose for the world. You know how many souls they're reaching? Somebody asked me about, like, what are chakras? I'll send them a link to Lunar Wolf. These are the chakras. Like, she already got I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. It's already there. I'll just send it to them. Because I think it's such a valuable resource for spiritual people. And she even, like, sent an email, like, okay, so we're revamping the name. It's going to be Lunar Soul. Like, what would be a good logo? She would let us pick. And, like, she incorporates us into their decisions like we're a family. But I just love that. That, to me, people want to talk about twin flame, like all this other stuff. Like, that's how unions are supposed to be, if you ask me. I think a lot of unions are lessons, and I think people get trapped in their lessons. Like, girl, you done married. That was supposed to be your lesson. You done married your lesson and had kids. But, you know, who am I to judge from the outside looking in? But I do feel like there's millions of people in the world that you're going to meet. I don't think all the guys are supposed to be the husband or all the people all the women are supposed to be your best friend or whatever. Like, each person is supposed to play a role in your life. And I think the one that's really, really, really supposed to be there is the one that's on the same, like, mission as you. Like, when the two of y'all come together, y'all gonna complete that mission better, faster. I can give you another example. I love Billy Carson. I don't care what anybody says. I love Billy Carson. I don't think you have to be spiritual and broke. He like nice things. And if I come into somebody, I'm gonna like nice things too because I'm a Libra. But that doesn't mean that you're not spiritual because you like nice, lavish things. I think you got a Bentley or something. So what? Let that man have his Bentley. You know, people can sell drugs and do hits and murder people, and you don't say anything about them with their Teslas or their BMW. Why are they the only ones that can have nice, lavish, successful gifts? Like, people that do good need to be rewarded just as well. But anyways, he was married. And I didn't know. I've been learning a lot from him. I recently started listening to, like, relationship podcasts. I feel like this is something I never really listened to. I don't think I've known how to do relationships. I think I've just been lost. But I've been looking, just trying it out and seeing what's working. Not have been successful. So now I look at blogs and I listen to podcasts and just, just trying to learn things. Because my parents have been married forever. Like, obviously, that's not how my life is going to be. I'm going to meet someone new and I'm going to have to... They can't give me advice for dating different people because it's not what they did. It was them from elementary, middle school, high school, married. It's just been them. They've been friends always. So the dating advice that they would give, it wasn't long because y'all was together the whole fucking time. So I can gather what a marriage would be like from them, and I have all of that. But the dating part, I have to, like, filter through, and I'm, like, learning it on my own. But with him, I didn't know he stayed with his wife for the sake of the kids. Like, he knew it wasn't going to work. He would love when he would go on his business trips to be away from her. And that's sad. Like, just imagine being in a union and being there for the sake of your kids. And I know a lot of people like that. The love of kids is so big that you would stay with a miserable ass person until your kids are 18 to finally be able to find love for you, because you want to give your kids that life of mom and dad. And trust me, I get it. But since I don't have kids, I want to avoid that road. Be the Lord's will. So he finally, the woman and I didn't even know this too. He walked on the beach for what he said, 3 weeks. 3 weeks? Yeah, he walked on the beach for 3 weeks and prayed for the woman he wanted in his life. He prayed for his woman. Sound a little Russell Wilson, don't it? He prayed for his woman on the beach. He prayed for her. Now, she had been in relationships like me. She was like, she would just be dating, and then I related with her because she said I would date them and be like, no, this isn't going to be it. But you really have to do like what he did. This is the type of person that I want, and not date anybody unless this is the type of person that I want. So she over here doing trial and error when he like, no, I'm only going to date this type of person. So she finally got to a point where she has a psychic therapist too. And I want to get one of those. Because she can like read her energy and all like this. And she was telling her she was going to find her person and stuff like that and just help her with her childhood wounds. So then she finally got to the point where she was just single. She was like, it's just me. I love my singleness. I go out to eat by myself. I go to the movies by myself. Blah, blah, blah. She's just loving herself and working on herself. And she invited him out. I think she had a podcast and she invited him out to the company to do like an interview or whatever. And he was being very professional. Like she really wanted him to talk to her, but he was being very professional because it was business. And once they got the deal or whatever, he ended up talking to her. But she was thinking he wasn't interested. He was thinking, I don't want to mess this up. I need to be professional. You know, this is just about the job. If I mess this up with her, I could mess up the business. So they were feeling each other, at first. But he wanted it to keep it professional. And she was just thinking, well, maybe he's not interested. And now they're together. And guess what? They doing podcasts together. They got this company together. It's just so beautiful. I'm like, oh my God. Like to be on the same mission with your partner. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And I'm pretty sure there's other examples. But I think these two are the ones that I've been looking at recently. Like, it just hit me like, oh, my God, Lunar Wolf was like that. Oh, my God, Billy Carson was like that. And I'm able to put the two together. So I be observing stuff, but I don't really be, like, making mental notes of it. But like, yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. A partner that's on the same mission with me. Like, okay, my mission is to help women with all to do with babies, to either help women to get, like I was, what I've also looked into was, I didn't know you could be a fertility coach. I'm gonna just call myself a fertility cheerleader, and then maybe after I have my baby, I'll go down the doula road. But for now, I just want to give women encouragement, and different things to eat and different exercise and stuff like that, to be able, and different healing teas and different stuff like that, to get pregnant. And then once they have kids, y'all know I love kids. On the side, I can do my whole Auntie Booze thing. I figured out I'm going to do YouTube for Auntie Booze and teach the kids about spirituality the same way I do with this podcast. It's just going to be for the kids. So my whole thing now is like spirituality, is healing. I'm learning about my teas and my herbs, which is going to help with women infertility, because that's the path that I'm on. Right? And then the kids, like, it's always going to be women and kids for me. So I want somebody that can be like, all right, babe, I see the mission, or we could do this, or I can introduce you to somebody that can help, or I know somebody that can do it, just to make sure that, because I always get distracted, like, or someone's not on the same maybe spiritual journey, or not on the same business mind, or just someone that, and in all relationships, somebody's gonna pull somebody, and I will always end up pulled the other way. So I don't want to be strong enough to not be pulled, but I also want somebody that, instead of a pull and pull, we both walking the same path as far as spirituality, journal, and give. And even if his isn't like fertility and kids and stuff, even if it's just spiritual, we're still on the same path, so to speak. But I don't know where that came from. That was for somebody, okay? That was for somebody. Okay, so let me see. Shop for something that makes you feel good. Oh my gosh, I had a problem with that. Associate with positive people, be honest and sincere, live a balanced modern life. Now, remember I was saying, I think they're going to try to trip us up with people lying about these vaccine cards, with people lying about the Bitcoin. I think they're going to try to trip a lot of people up, because you think it's a little white lie, but it's messing you up spiritually. Now, those guys that wanted to help, they can't, like, we be trying to break the rules, it ends up hurting us. The higher beings, they don't break the rules. They are bound by these universal laws, like they won't break them. And that means if you on the wrong side, the help is right there, but you got to get on the right side to receive the help. So it's like, who do you blame? You can only blame yourself. So I think this raising your vibe has a lot to do with people not getting sick, people starting their businesses, people finding those relationships, getting married. Like, high vibe, raising your vibe has a lot to do with a lot more so than we think. Like, they broke it down into physical, spiritual, and mental categories, and I'm pretty sure there's many more. And then these are 10 affirmations. I am healthy and full of energy. I attract positive energy like a magnet. I am grateful for good health. I am at peace with myself. I am a high vibrational being. I love myself. I'm the creator of my life. My body is my temple. I finally got that because I was not treating my body like a temple at all. I am raising my vibrations. I am attracting positivity. Baby girl was wilding the fuck out. Like, I don't know what hit me, but it was like, you are a divine feminine. You are a queen. You are God, And it was like, oh my God, like I just walked into a new role, like a womanhood. And it's like, oh my God, I just been wilding the fuck out. Like, misabusing my gifts, my power, my femininity, my womb. I don't know. It's just been a beautiful 33. 33 was the mirror that I needed, because 34 is everything. And that just means 35, 36, everything else is going to be everything too. So I will never, ever, ever forget 33. Boy, I ended 33 with a bang. When I tell you I was wilding the fuck, It's probably some pictures out there, some videos out there too. I was wilding the fuck. 33 was like my lowest and my highest, because it brought me to my highest. So I will forever be grateful for 33. I did a lot of things I'm not proud of. I was drinking way too much. I wanted something so bad. I was almost about to settle. Just everything. 33 was a hot ass mess. And then it brought me to a mirror, and I looked in the mirror, and 34 was like, girl, come on. It's time for you to come on the other side. And here I am. And I've been, more books have been coming to me too. Like, I got it's called What's in Your Room by Mayette. And then she also got Wounded, Unlocking the Universal Uterus. And then I'm going to get Afua's books too. So it's just been like internal healing, spiritual healing, feminine healing. Like, all the women, if all the women in the world, I guess the men are running crazy because of us. Because if we keep everything in line, it will stay in line. But we wilding, and they wilding twice as hard. So it starts and ends with the woman. And that's why I never understood. It was like, listen at the music. They got the men degrading the women. Look at the women. They got the women. It was really programming to get the woman off of her throne. And it made it seem like, all the bad girls was winning, because that's the lane that they wanted us to go in. When no, women are queens. Women wear crowns. Women are royalty. Women are gods. Like, they try to tarnish all of that. But that really is true. Like, man, women is so powerful. Everything she touches, she gives life to it. So anyways, let's see. Vibe high. I got one more thing. This is the last one. Raising our vibration. The COVID virus has a vibration of 5.5 hertz. And it dies above 25.5. Like, do y'all hear that on the news? COVID has a vibration of 5.5. Turn on your healing frequency. Get you a sound bowl. Get you your, I keep forgetting the name of that thing. Let me see. Amazon. Tuning fork. Golly. Get you your, tuning forks. Like, it dies at 25.5. That means we need to have something around us at all times that can keep us above 25.5. Why aren't they telling us that? Like, I freaking hate how much knowledge is kept from us. For humans with a higher vibration, the virus infection is a minor irritant that will soon go away. The reasons for not having a high vibration could be fatigue, fever, nervous tension, rage, hate, and so we have to vibrate high so that the frequency does not lower our immune system. The frequency of Earth today is 27.4 hertz, but there are places that vibrate very low, like hospitals. Who would have known? Shouldn't a hospital be the highest vibrational place? Hospitals, assistance centers, jails, underground. I already knew jail was low vibration. Oh my God, all the horrible things that happen in jail, that cannot be a high vibrational place. And then let's just put that in reverse. Usually when you go to churches and stuff, especially when they do praise and worship, you just feel like happy, light, like all this stuff. It's the vibration. Okay, so let's see. So it says underground, etc. It's where the vibration drops to 20 or less. Now, I'm not sure about that because I heard there's entities that live in the earth and they may be the dark entities. No, that might be right. Them probably are the dark entities that live at lower vibrations, which is probably why. Oh my gosh, they're trying to lower the vibration above underground so that they can come above. Girl, shut up. These low entity vibrational beings are stuck underground and they have to lower the frequency above ground so that they can come above ground. That's why all the spiritual gurus are like vibe high, help earth, vibe high. Like if one person can vibe high enough, they'll lift the vibration of the whole planet. Like this, like they were saying, Jesus consciousness was like at 1,000. Like a few episodes back, I did the map of consciousness episode, and Jesus' vibe was so high, he literally was lifting the whole earth, like vibrational wise. So I think they are attacking. That's probably what this COVID was about. Since they don't know who's vibing high, they're going to affect everybody. They're trying to make everybody sick. They're trying to put out fear, to try to make everybody vibe low so that the vibration can keep dropping and those lower entities can try to take over. That's why it's so important to vibe high. And everything that you do, vibe high, no matter what the situation is. Always try to vibe high. I mean, feel those emotions. We are human. You might have to cry it out. You might have to scream. You might need to punch something, like whatever. Release the energy. But, okay, go back to what makes you happy. Draw, sing, dance. Go get something to eat. Go shop. Because the enemy is doing his job. Are you doing your job? It's like offense and defense, like football. Are you looking in the playbook and doing what you need to do to score? Because I will always say this is like a final game, and we cannot afford to lose, like at all. We cannot afford to lose. Okay, so let's see. For humans with low vibration, the virus becomes dangerous. Pain is at 0.1 or to 2 hertz. Fear is at 0.2 to 2.2 hertz. Irritation is at 0.9 to 6.8 hertz. Noise is at 0.6 to 2.2 hertz. Pride is at 0.8 hertz. Superiority is at 1.9 hertz. Y'all, you mean tell me this whole life frequencies has been running the show? Like when 9/11 happened, what frequency was that? That was fear. They definitely lowered the vibration on the whole America. Dropped that thing to 2.2 with that 9/11. And then here come COVID. It's stopping us from doing concerts. Concerts was raising the vibration. We always felt good. Every concert we went to, people screaming, yelling, dancing. Even church, COVID stops people gathering together, praising, worshiping. This is like sorcery. Okay. A higher vibration, on the other hand, is the outcome of the following behavior. Generosity is at 95 hertz. Gratitude is at 150 hertz. Compassion is at 150 hertz or more. Love and compassion for all living beings is at 150 hertz and more. Unconditional and universal love is at 205 hertz. Vibrate higher. What helps us vibrate high? Loving, smiling, blessing, thanking, playing, painting, singing, dancing, meditating, yoga, tai chi, walking in the sun, exercising, enjoying nature. Like everything that I've already said is just being confirmed. Drinking spring water. I do need to find a spring well. That is on my to-do list. It was a map. Somebody had a map of all the springs. Because spring water is moving from the mountaintops. It's moving and it has energy, electricity in there. And we drinking this dead ass, flat ass, sitting on the shelf for 3 months in a contaminated plastic bottle. I don't care what BPA they want to put on there. It's still got plastic in it. And you're filling your body up with plastic. And you're wondering why you're sick. Now, I will say, is it Voss? Voss has the glass bottle. And I think that's the only company that does a glass bottle. I'm like, okay. But it's still flat ass, dead ass water. Well, I have a filter. But it's this Is it Keurig? It's this machine that I want to get that electrifies the water. But that thing is like $500. But I'm going to end up getting it because it's an investment that will last. But I do want to find a well. And I will literally drive to that spring, get me some big ass jugs of water, and fill up my water. Because it has life in it. The vibration of prayer alone goes from 120 to 350. Oh my God. Prayer, y'all. 350. So sing, laugh, love, meditate, play, give thanks, and live. Let's vibe high. The original source of this information is from the book Power versus Force. I knew it! And that's the man that wrote the book, The Map of Consciousness. Which, if you think higher thoughts, you're going to vibe high. Oh my God, it's from the same guy. Based on David R. Hawkins' doctoral thesis. Now I got to get a book. Now I got to get Power versus Force. I'm so thankful for him. Thank you, David R. Hawkins. I've just been learning so much. Now, why aren't they telling this to people in the hospital? Why isn't there a TV show on PBS about this? You know, why aren't doctors and nurses telling this? No, they just want to give you a prescription to fill you up with drugs that's going to make you sick in other areas and keep collecting money because you are a residual client. They don't want you to be a one-time client. Your ass going to keep coming over and over again. And we got to beat them at their own game. And show them a better way and let them know that there's a better way. They can make money the right way. They could make money this way, selling singing bowls and frequency CDs and tuning forks. They just don't want to do it the right way. But yeah, Spirit was like, go ahead and put this podcast out with Vibe High. And it probably means I'm going to need to push play later. If I'm down an hour, remind me to push play. That's probably what that means. I'm preparing myself for what's to come. Vibe high, y'all. Like, it's okay to be in your feels because I'm a Cancer. I got that Cancer moon. I do be in my feels. But vibe high. Vibe high. Okay, and then what I'm supposed to say after each podcast. Let me see. If I remember. Namaste, Lovaste, vibe high, babe. I said it wrong. Namaste, Lovaste, always vibe high, babe. Yep, that was it. Bye, y'all. Thanks a million for listening. There's a million podcasts in the world. You clicked on this one, little old this one, to hear what I have to say. I hope universe has a special message for you. You can reach me on Linktree at /love.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye.
You all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?